This company, guys, this company has actually really seen itself take on new relevance, shall we say. I mean, new relevance in light of, they kind of were sort of seen as a nothing stock. And then what do you know, out of the blue, they hire Sweeney, American Eagle. And suddenly we're looking at a company that surged in value after the news came out on Thursday. So I'm sort of laughing because it's almost like, Sydney and American Eagle, I guess, can just sort of laugh all the way to the bank, right? All the way to the bank on this one. Shareholders are suddenly paying attention to this company that nobody paid attention to before. Nobody cared about, nobody paid attention to. It's got some challenges. I'm always very wary of meme stocks, of course, so I would caution you on that. But, you look at the stock price and what it did, say, on Thursday, and it's truly kind of amazing, just amazing. So you may know the drill by now, Sweeney. This was actually a price earlier. It's come down in today's session. This is in the pre-market, and I saw that one earlier, but I should point out it's down about 12 cents today at $11.40 a share, a loss of 1%. But, hey, it's way up from where it was before they hired her, I guess, because now it's suddenly getting some attention. I mean, she's getting a lot of attention too. You could say that this is a marketing campaign that kind of nailed it, right? Suddenly, a company that no one was talking about anymore is on the front burner, and people are talking about American Eagle. And hey, maybe somebody will go and get the jeans. But, at the same time, others are freaking out. This has created a major sort of snafu, if you would, amongst the woke liberals who somehow see this as something that, I just don't. What's wrong with saying somebody has good jeans? It's funny. It's a play on jeans, right? She's wearing jeans. And didn't Calvin Klein and Brooke Shields do a little thing like this, way back many years ago in the 70s? And that was actually a little racier, frankly. This one, I'm sort of surprised that this is where they're taking it. But, simultaneously, this is where they take everything, is it not? This is absolutely where they take everything. In fact, Doja Cat. Do you know who Doja Cat is? Doja Cat. I think she's jealous. I really think Doja Cat is how did this girl get to be so famous because of this? One of the things that she says in the commercial spot is that, she has good jeans and they're blue jeans. And somehow that's being interpreted as God knows what. Well, look, here's how it's being interpreted. I won't even do Doja Cat just for a moment. We have this liberal lady who's just absolutely wackadoo over the whole thing. And here's how she's taking it. So this is the interpretation out there.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good jeans. That is Nazi propaganda.
Wow. Okay, and a lot of the mainstream media agrees with her. And apparently Doja Cat, I don't know if she agrees with her, but I think she is jealous. I really think she's wait a second, why is this woman getting all this attention? So she decides to imitate the accent, I guess, of a Southerner, or in her view, a hillbilly, because anybody who doesn't speak like her, which is not admirable, is, you judge. I'm curious to hear your view on this one. Doja Cat, ladies and gentlemen.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Wow. Was that necessary? Why does she feel like she has to get in on the action? If anything, she actually just helped Sydney Sweeney, and she helped American Eagle even more. Right? Again, they're laughing all the way to the bank because the stock is suddenly on people's radar. The company is suddenly on people's radar. And guess what? The product is suddenly on people's radar. People are oh, maybe I'll go and get these jeans. Because, Sydney's got good jeans. Here's a little snippet of it.
Composition often is determined by my genes, hair color, personality, and even eye color. Eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney has very jeans.
It's funny, right? It's funny. And yet they don't have a sense of humor. Clearly, like the woke has just completely taken over the humor cat. No wonder poor Stephen Colbert is done and over, right? How could it be humorous in light of how they've taken over the whole agenda? Apparently this was the 2019 spot. So you can see they're like, it's a reverting to the norm, like the pendulum swings. And we get a little crazy and then we come back to normal. And look, I'm going to say something. Like, I get it. Staying healthy is hard. Like, it's hard, and it's just not that easy for everyone. And I am sympathetic to that. I'll never forget having to lose weight after twins. But all that said, like, you should still be somewhat aspirational. Should you not? In life, you want to be aspirational enough to say, okay, maybe I'm not the healthiest now, but I want to be healthy. And marketing typically is directed at people that want to be something more, right? That's kind of what it's all about. And so Sydney Sweeney has come in and wow, like she's representing something that, a lot of women would like to be. And thus it seems like we're returning to some form of normalcy on the marketing front, which means, the plus size model. And again, like this, look, I know it's hard. Like I don't want to sound mean. I get it. But like, you're selling jeans, for goodness sakes, people. Like, you're selling stuff, okay? Like, is there a reason why there was always a hot girl in a beer commercial? I mean, up until recently, when suddenly you had the transgender in the beer commercial. And guess what? That didn't sell any beers. Ha! Surprise, surprise. It's not that hard to figure out. And credit to American Eagle for figuring it out. They nailed it. Totally nailed it. Now, on the stock, we'll see. It's entertaining to watch. I think you need to be careful with anything that's a meme stock, and I haven't looked at the internals of the company, so I wouldn't be rushing out necessarily. But, I do think it's interesting that it's doing a little bit better. By the way, speaking of stocks, have you seen 76 Research? Have you guys gone there? I think my shot's a little close today. I'm getting like up close and comfortable with the camera. How's that? You should go check it out. So 76 Research is a company I started with a very dear friend who spent decades on Wall Street running billions of dollars. And I kept saying, like, this industry is, well, a little like the news industry, okay? So like, it's not as transparent as I'd like it to be. There's a lot of sort of back end stuff that goes on, and people are getting paid on the back end for certain recommendations, et cetera. I mean, it happens. And so I just thought, what if we could come out with a newsletter? We're just perfectly pure and honest about what we like. We're totally, no conflicts. We don't have any of those issues that you often see within the Wall Street community. And my good friend Rob, he was game for it. So we started 76 Research, and it's been just a blockbuster. You can get the 76 Research newsletter for $1 a month for the first 2 months. Then it goes to $9.95. You can cancel it anytime you want. But I really encourage you to do it, because just look at the success we've had. I mean, just enormous success. All of the things that we've been recommending to you. These are the performers in the top portfolios, actually. American Resilience, Inflation Protection, Income Builder, which is great for retirees. If you ever want to retire one day, you're going to need some of that income. So that's what these are designed for. The 76 Research newsletter that you can get with code word dollar has a diverse set of picks that we offer up. And, we got a nice email from somebody the other day who was absolutely positively thrilled at our most recent one. You can get all of them, including the back inventory, if you go to 76research.com. You use code word dollar. I encourage you to do it. It's great to see so many people. We're a little bit earlier than normal here on the show, are we not? But I just want to go out to the viewers and say hi, because you guys are the reason I've been able to do this. You are the reason we are coming up on 1 million subs. 1 million subs here on the Trish Regan channel. And, all I did was a couple of years ago, I think it's 2 years now, I just started coming on the show laying here live every single day. And you guys responded. And I am here because of you. And this victory, which, oh man, I'll tell you, it's gotten harder as we're coming up on 1 million. I'm like, what is the deal? You'd think that, compound interest would come into effect here on YouTube. But I don't know. They're making it harder and harder and harder. So all the more reason for you guys to share, for you to tell your friends, for you to comment, for you to like. I'll ask you to like. I know Dawn tells you to like it a lot too. But it is harder. I don't know why, but I encourage you to do your part. I promise I'll continue doing my part no matter where I am in the world. This is so important to me because we're on the front lines of history together here every day. And the only thing you're ever going to hear from Trish Regan is the truth, whether you like it or not, and no matter how much it costs her, which I'll be honest, at various times it has. But that's okay, because I'm willing to take those risks in the name of seeing things through to what is right. And listen, Leticia James, we deserve to know what was really going on. President Obama, Hillary Clinton, James Comey, Brennan, all of you, Clapper, we deserve to know what was going on. And there needs to be accountability. And so we're relentless and we're not going to stop. Join me in this together. It is great to see all of you here. Just wonderful. So I'm seeing a lot of new names too, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign for the algorithm. Cat Crazy, thank you so much. Yeah, you're right. It's probably getting more competitive. You're right. It is getting competitive because I think people are turning away from the mainstream media. YouTube is killing it, and I love seeing that because you know what? We're all done with the mainstream media. They finished themselves. We won't be lied to. No more. I'll see you back here live tomorrow. A lot more content coming your way. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell.